Hey guys, Ethan Studios here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Ninjago Temple of the Dragon Energy Cores. Except something's not right. Over on the left here, I'm sure you can tell, that is not real LEGO. And of course, over on the right here, this is the built-up version of the actual real LEGO set. Obviously, this isn't a real LEGO set, as denoted by the Ninja City in the upper right corner. I bought this off of AliExpress, which is basically just the Chinese version of Temu. I was very curious to see how similar this was to the actual set over here, and see if they actually got away with completely copying it. And I caved, and I purchased it, and now it's here. And having it in person, the box art looks exactly the same as this. I don't know if that's just, deceit and it's something different inside. Again, very curious to crack into this box and see what's inside. Of course, we're going to be comparing the two of these today and taking a look at the differences and similarities. And obviously, this one over here is going to be to a much lesser quality extent. I mean, the price, $30 for this, obviously it has to be much lower quality. But again, just very curious to see how much they got away with copying. So, without any further ado, let's get into this. So, from my vantage point right here, the only differences I can see between this and the original box, I'll throw up some pictures right now, is the shimmer. This thing shines a lot more. The other one is a little bit more of a drabber color, but it does make it pop a little bit more on this box. This one just looks like there was some shine painted over it. Doesn't feel so great on the hands. You can tell it's cheaper packaging. But as far as I can tell, this box, there we go, you can see that shine, looks to be the exact same prints and everything that the other box had. It got a little banged up in shipping, unfortunately, but we're gonna go ahead and break right into this and see what is exactly inside. So these bags here are clearly very different from what LEGO uses. Again, cheaper quality bag plastic here. And the actual number for the bags is very difficult to see. It looks kind of like it was stamped on, perhaps. And then the instruction booklet right here is obviously a lot smaller than what we're used to. No cover art on it. They gotta cheap out as much as they can. And then they cram the instructions for each page here. This is a lot of just visual feedback going on here. So this is not gonna be easy to build. But I think what I'm personally, oh, there are the stickers. I was wondering where those were. Interesting. So the backing is obviously different from LEGO's, but these feel like the same. I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. Let's go ahead and organize these bags and then get started with the build process. All right, so I've got the 3 bag ones laid out in front of me, and these minifigs already look awful, awful, awful. Why did I spend my money on this? We're about to find out. So I'm just going to open up these bags here. All right, I've got Lord Roz and Kai right. Look at that face. The box art is such a lie. Look at that. The quality is so bad. Like, I feel like this figure is just gonna shatter in my hands. Oh my goodness gracious, these are bad. I'm scared for this build. Like, these pieces are gonna snap. But you're here for entertainment, and I'm here to suffer. So, we've got a set to build. Let's get right into this. From a visual perspective, this actually looks pretty similar to LEGO, but once you get up and start touching it, it just doesn't feel right. I'm only 2 bags in, and I'm already having a miserable time building this thing. The pieces just don't want to fit together sometimes. They'll kind of get stuck on one another, or if you want to take something off, it's kind of incredibly difficult. You have to, I don't know, rip it off almost. This doesn't feel natural. And then of course the sticker colors are just awful. They don't match up to the pieces very well at all. But yeah, this is interesting so far. Really not looking forward to building the rest of this, but we've got a job to do. We've got to compare these two, so let's keep going. All right, and now that I've got the fake version all built up, I want you to let me know before we go in depth here, which one of these you think is real, which one is fake. So do you think this one on the right is real or fake? Same with the one on the left here. From a purely visual standpoint, I think the knockoff actually looks very, very similar. Of course, once we get up close with it, you're gonna notice a lot of different details, purely just from a quality standpoint with the parts, stickers, minifigs, all that kind of stuff is just such a lower quality than the actual Lego version. If you can't tell already, this one on the right is the fake one. And then obviously this one on the left is the real one.
Nice.
We're gonna start by taking a closer look at the minifigs and then we'll get to the builds here. All right, so with the sets aside, we're just gonna knock out the minifigs really quick. Fake are gonna be on the right over here. Real are gonna be on the left. I think with Lord Roz, it's very easy to tell. The head print is just not quite there. And then you can see his arm just kind of wanting to fall out. This arm doesn't want to stay in. Moving on, we've got Beatrix. This one's pretty easy to tell as well. The head print is lacking on this one. I think the torso print is actually shockingly similar. Of course, once you feel this in your hand though, you feel that the head just pops off. Again, quality difference is noticeable. This one actually got me when I was putting these together. But once you start feeling them and you kind of look up closer at the prints, it's this one. This is the real Lego minifigure, of course. The prints are a bit more faded on this one, and once you start messing around with it, yeah, it's just not good quality, obviously, as we come to learn in this video. This one is very, very obvious. I mean, the face on this one as I knock over the other minifigs is just funny to me. It just, yeah. And the armor pieces do not lock on very well. They're all very loose on all of these knockoffs. We've got the two Kais here. I'll give you 3 seconds to guess, and the first two don't count. Real, of course. This fake one is very funny to me as well. The head won't even stay on. I love that face. Shots fired! Shots fired! I think that's so funny to me. And then we've got the two Coles here. This one, again, it's just the face print doesn't match up too well with the mask. The headpiece barely stays on. I mean, it just comes right off. Unlike the actual Lego variants. But yeah, those are the minifigs. Let's take a look at the builds. So if you are looking at these two sets from purely a visual standpoint, you can't get up close and feel the parts to tell the difference. I think there are going to be a couple of key factors to be able to tell the difference between the two. I think the main one is going to be the sticker quality. You can tell on the fake one over here, the stickers just do not match up to the actual color of the pieces. I mean, light bluish gray. And then that's just an entirely different color over here. Another one is just getting up close and personal with the pieces. There's no Lego logo. And then kind of the other really strange difference to me is the Dragon Energy cores. The fake one is really sparkly and actually has like some prints on the outside of it, versus the real one is not sparkly, but it does have much more of a defined color. It's kind of strange. I think the glitter is kind of cool, but obviously once you start feeling the part, it's terrible. They actually literally copied this set step for step, as I mentioned in the instruction manual earlier. If we pull this thing back out again, building this was an absolute pain just because they crammed so many steps together and there's really no rhyme or reason to how the steps actually go. But let's flip these around and get a look at the back. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to be the exact same on the knockoff set here. They completely copied the build, the instructions, everything. All right, and that is pretty much going to do it for my comparison of this fake Lego Ninjago set versus the real version. I guess in closing here, I want to firstly discuss price. The fake version was $30 on AliExpress. I had to wait about a month for it to get here. And then the real version is, I believe, $90, but you can probably get it on clearance for right now. On Amazon or Walmart, 20% off is usually how those things go. I think it's really interesting to me how cheap they're able to make this. I genuinely just don't understand how they're able to get all of these different plastic molds here. I mean, that's expensive to get the equipment for, regardless of the quality of plastic you're using. And to be able to replicate all of these strange, unique pieces. I mean, even just the Lord Ra's head here, they were able to completely replicate and do it for so cheap. I genuinely don't know. Just a question, if you guys have anything, if you know anything about that, let me know down in the comments below, of course. I think one thing I really want to make clear is that in no way do I endorse buying something like this. Unfortunately, my curiosity got the better of me and I bought it. And now this video is out there, so no one else will be able to buy it, or at least have a reason not to, because this comparison shows the insane quality difference between the two. Again, another thing I am confused on, if you guys have answers to this, is how they're able to do this and get away with it. It's an exact copy. I don't know why they haven't been shut down or sued or anything, but this is something we've seen for many, many years. It's just people completely ripping off, copying, making fake stuff. But that's just how it is. If I do any more fake Lego stuff in the future, it's not going to be exact copies of what Lego has done. It's going to be kind of more unique stuff, maybe their own sets that they've made. But I just kind of wanted to get a feel for this and what it's actually like, and to kind of let you all know the differences and obviously why you should always buy the real version. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at this real Lego Ninjago set versus this awful fake one over here. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.